National Guard will take him to a maximum security facility, where he'll stay till the day he dies.
Okay, Tony, I'll see you in the morning, huh? Good job. All right, take care, Joe. Thanks. Joe? Yeah. Don't forget, you said you'd cover for me tomorrow. Yeah, I got it. Yeah! Weapons! Hands! Spread out!
For 17 years, the town of Haddonfield, Illinois, has been haunted by a night when evil roamed the streets and a madman ruled the night.
Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Well, this certainly was a curse. We start off in what appears to be a dungeon of sorts. A basement of a factory, maybe, where we find Jamie Lloyd, not being played by Danielle Harris, giving birth. Why, oh why, was Danielle Harris not recast as Jamie Lloyd?
And they wanted someone over 18 to play, 17, and they had my picture. My headshot that they wanted to look alike. So my agent called me and said, they're casting Halloween 6 and they're trying to get someone over 18 to play your character. I was 17 though. So my agent called up Paul Freeman and Mustafa and said, Danielle wants to do this and what can we do to make it happen? And they said, we need to hire someone over 18, so get her emancipated. Did that, hired an attorney. It cost a couple $1,000s to make it, to do it, going back to the court 2 or 3 times to get approved. I remember leaving thinking, oh, these people don't know Halloween. Like, this isn't, I don't get it. This isn't, wait, I'm confused. So I am pregnant with my uncle's baby? Like, I just didn't understand what had shifted. Business affairs, which is, people that are supposed to make the deal with actors. They don't have any connection to the project. It's just their job. And they called, and I just remember being on the phone and them being like, we're gonna offer you, whatever scale it was, like $800 a week or $1,000, 1 week work for the week. And I was like, oh my God, I have all of this. I just paid like $3,000 or $4,000 to be able to do the movie. And wait, what? And it just got really fucked up. Never forget, the woman on the other line said to me, your character is a scale character. You die in the first act. We're not giving you any more money. And I went, I guess I mean nothing to you then. Okay. I just wanted to put the money back in my bank that I spent to do the movie, which you guys are trying to replace me to begin with anyway. And I fought for it because I didn't want to have someone play Jamie.
So new Jamie has just given birth. Not soon after, an orderly or a nurse brings her the baby and tells her she must escape. The nurse sticks behind to sacrifice herself, for what reasons, unknown. While Jamie's at the bus station, she's able to phone the Barry Sims show.
It's Michael Myers. Look, anyone, help me. Dr. Loomis, are you out there? Can you hear me, Dr. Loomis? I need your help.
Please, no, stop the madness. What the hell is going on tonight? Every loony in the state is calling. What is this, a full moon?
Well, with Jamie's phone call, they're off to investigate. Tommy Doyle also hears this call. That name might sound familiar as well. Tommy Doyle was the little boy that Laurie Strode was babysitting in the original. This time, Tommy's played by Paul Rudd in his, I think his second movie. I think he'd done Clueless and then he did this one. Paul Rudd does a very odd performance in this. He's this creepy, kind of rapey vibe guy. This brings us to the Myers house, where the Strodes have moved in. Not the same Strodes that were in the original Halloween, but they're relatives.
The reason you moved us into this house, your brother could never sell it because of what happened here, could he? And you knew. And you didn't tell us, John. You knew.
We have Kara and Danny, who are living with Kara's parents. Danny keeps having visions of the man in black.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Just looking guilty as hell. Meanwhile, at the Strode house, it's Father Knows Best. Maybe Danny's supposed to become the new Myers. Maybe that's where this movie's leading. But then what's the baby for? Guess we'll just have to keep watching. To know how to get hospital security called on you? Just do what Tommy does.
Get me a doctor, now!
Well, since the hospital cops are on his tail, Tommy just has enough time to tell Dr. Loomis,
Meet me tonight, 9 o'clock at the campus rally.
Tommy, wait! Wait!
this never ever works out. I've seen movies that do this. It's all, meet me in this parking lot, in this dark alley at midnight. And somebody always dies before that happens. Well, Tommy's got time on his way home to scare the hell out of Danny and make him drop a pumpkin. Dr. Loomis goes to the Strode house to talk to Deborah to let her know that this is Michael's old home and Michael's on his way back. Her family is in grave danger. After giving the information, he quickly leaves so that Deborah can die in the most ridiculous, funny way I've ever seen. And just lays there and dies. Well, shortly after Deborah dies, Kara returns home, and somebody has cleaned up the mess in the backyard quite well. Well, she knows something's just not right, and after creeping through the house for about 10 minutes,
Mom? I'm home. Hello?
you there?
What are you doing here?
I know from experience, when a grown man is hanging out in a kid's room and their parents don't know him, it usually ends a little worse than that. Not only does she not freak out about the fact that Tommy is just hanging out at her house with her child alone, she then proceeds to follow this guy over to his house. This guy could be the town Looney Tune, you don't know, but you're just going to believe everything he says.
The Druids were also great mathematicians and astronomers, but the thorn symbol is actually a constellation of stars that appears from time to time on Halloween night. Whenever it appears, he appears.
This gives us an opportunity to have Dickhead Dad come back.
God damn it. She actually left. It must be the boogeyman. Huh. Here I come, boogeyman. As you know, I am really scared.
Electrifying experience. Meanwhile, at the festival, Barry Sims is being his normal self.
I bet she wears crotchless panties and barks like a dog. I see. You mean to tell me you actually live in the house of the most brutal mass murderer in history?
Well, he pulls a Halloween Resurrection and decides, what would be a good idea? Let's go film at the Myers house. So Myers kills the dad, then runs down to the Halloween festival to kill Barry Sims, and then runs back to the house. I wonder what he had against Barry Sims.
To channel the spirit of that pussy, Michael Myers.
Well, Tim and his girlfriend arrive back at the Myers house to wait for Barry to show up. I don't care. There's no way that Michael Myers is going to be able to get Barry Sims up there without anybody noticing. I mean, he's Michael Myers in Haddonfield. He's just going to haul this dead guy up and tie him in a... No, not happening. I've seen Myers take bullets and stuff and get back up faster than he does with this chick hitting him with a fire poker.
Get him upstairs! Now!
Where's the baby?
He's gone. Who else knew I had the baby?
No one.
No. There had to be someone else. Who knew?
Nobody knew except me and...
Denny,
Tommy and Loomis have realized that the baby's missing. Finally, we get to figure out who the man in black is. Shocker. It's Terrence Wynn.
Very well last night. Maybe someone round here gave him lessons.
Well, this makes Kara decide to jump out of a 2-story window to her death. Nah, I'm just kidding. She survives, but she should have died. What would make you just decide to jump out of a 2-story window?
It's his game. And I know where he wants to play it.
Back to Smith's Grove Sanitarium we go, where supposedly it all began, even though it began at the Myers house when Michael killed his sister. But we're going to go to Smith's Grove anyway. Once there, they're able to get in amazingly easy. Just take the back employees entrance right in, and there's nobody around. I mean, it is a mental hospital after all. Loomis has kind of lost his mind at this point.
Wynn? Dr. Loomis. You stay here. Don't go anywhere until I come back. Wynn.
I was getting worried, Sam. I was afraid you wouldn't make it.
Tommy, it doesn't take orders very well. He hears a noise, so he goes wandering off another direction. Where Wynn spouts off some stuff about he's had some failures, but this baby's going to be... I still really don't get what the baby's for. Or what Danny's for. I understand what Michael's for. He's supposed to kill his family so that the tribe can survive. But what the hell's the baby for? Why not just kill the baby? Or I don't know. And why is Danny seeing the... I don't know. Wynn does not explain this. And
I thought Michael was a monster. But you...
So Loomis is incapacitated for the ending of this film, pretty much. Spaz out. I don't really know what to call what Tommy does. This is this like he's a robot that's short-circuiting. Just in the nick of time, he gets Kara out. They run. Where they find Dr. Wynn and other doctors getting ready to perform something. It looks like surgery. They're putting on surgical masks. We don't really see what they're up to. They also find the baby along with Danny. After at least 6 years of being controlled by the cult of Thorn, Dr. Wynn, the Man in Black, Myers has decided, I've just had enough of this shit. I'm done. I think maybe Myers realized what movie he was in. It was so fed up with the script, he's like, fuck this. No, I'm killing everybody. It's satisfying to see Michael being a little more Michael-like. Throughout this whole film, he's been more of a puppet, just kind of wandering around with no real motivation other than what the man in black is telling him to do. My question is what happened? How did Michael snap out of it to get to the point where he decided, I'm just gonna kill these motherfuckers? Every motherfucker. I'd like to know what happened that made Michael just decide to kill everybody after all that time. Like I said, he kills everyone, including the man in black, Dr. Wynn. I find this to be incredibly disappointing. We built up the man in black in number 5, then we wait 6 years to finally find out who he is. You would think if they're going to kill him, we would get like something brutal, like have him get electrocuted and his head explode, or Michael crushes his face through a gate, or anything. Michael curb stomps him.
Quick, in here, come on!
Michael has them cornered. Tommy decides that this is a good opportunity to inject Myers with a shit ton of this green fluid. I don't know what Tommy's thinking here. Me? I wouldn't think that this green fluid could kill Michael. I would probably be under the impression that this green fluid is probably part of Michael, part of whatever Dr. Wynn has been up to, that this green fluid somehow has some kind of effect. I would be under the belief that Michael's probably used to this green fluid, and instead of making him weaker or killing him, that it would probably in fact make him stronger. We don't have to worry about that, for this green fluid has no effect on Michael. Leaving Tommy to have to put Michael in his place with a pipe. Shooting Myers didn't work, blowing him up with dynamite didn't work. All we needed was Tommy Doyle and a pipe. Put that mean mamma jamma down. They're just in time to meet up with Loomis before rushing off. Everyone except for Loomis.
Come with us.
No, I have a little business to attend to here.
What the fuck? So the last thing that Donald Pleasant's whole film career is based on, the last thing with him is that scream. I find that to be very disrespectful. Sucks. as a Halloween. Well, it sucks as a horror film, but it sucks as a Halloween film. I don't ever feel that Michael Myers is Michael Myers. It doesn't seem like the same Michael Myers that we've gotten in other films. Donald Pleasence is just there to say a couple cryptic lines every once in a while. He really does nothing, though, for the story. Tommy's character is just to be a new creepy Loomis. We never get to find out what the hell's going on with the baby or Danny and the man in black. It tries to answer questions and tie up loose ends. It does none. It just gives you things that you think might be answers until you think about it for a little bit. Yes, this movie made him have to go and change the whole timeline of the Halloween series. Unless you're a truly, truly big Halloween fan, I would skip this one. Well, that's really all I got for part 1. Be on the lookout for part 2 coming soon, where we'll be discussing the producer's cut. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe. And until next time, keep it creepy.
House is sacred to him. He has all his memories here. His rage. Mrs. Strode, I beg of you, don't let your family suffer the same fate that Laurie and her daughter suffered.